afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Live at 4 on this thankful Wednesday.
Isn't it amazing how a couple of degrees and a little bit of sun makes such a difference?
10 degrees.
I know, you feel like you don't even need your jacket out there, and it's not that warm.
No, but I didn't bring a coat. I just wore this. We'll get to the weather in just a minute.
Close.
Here's what's making news today with more hostages being released in the Middle East. Protests continue here at home. A look at 2 demonstrations today on the UW campus.
Rosalind Carter laid to rest. I'm Skyler Henry in Plains, Georgia, with the hometown farewell to the former First Lady.
And the congressional term of Congressman George Santos is nearing an end. We'll tell you what happened today on Capitol Hill.
Let's take a look outside. Pretty day out there.
Snow is fading fast.
Yeah, it's not going to last with that sun and this warmer temperature. A nice end to September. Gary Canalti's out on the weather patio with the latest. Gary?
It's not my weather words. I said nice end to November.
What did we have?
September. Did you write September?
Well, wishful thinking.
Mark also thought today was Thursday. So.
Yeah, it probably feels more like that just because of the fact that our temperatures have gone up almost 20 degrees since this time yesterday. Let's take a look at visible cloud track. You can see that snow shrinking. That's the white area that's not moving. The clouds are moving, but there's not very many of them. But as the snow shrinks, that will allow the temperatures to warm up even more. On Doppler track, you can see the only additional snowfall that's falling is up in Ontario on the eastern end of Lake Superior. Most of the upper Midwest is pretty dry. Last night, temperatures, and these are since midnight, we were actually in the upper teens here in Madison, 20 degrees at midnight, and then those temperatures are rising overnight. And right now, temperatures are in the 40s for the most part. Some 30s to the east of Madison, where the sun's a little bit lower in the sky, but still, just about everybody made it into the 40s today here in Dane County. 44 right now in Middleton, 45 in Cross Plains, and 41 degrees in Stoughton. Look for clear to partly cloudy skies this evening. Temperatures will fall into the lower 30s by late evening. Later on, I'll take a look at a forecast. It does include some rain and snow showers, but I don't think we'll see very much in the way of precipitation. That's for the weekend.
All right, looking good. Thank you, Gary.
All right, thank you, Gary. First at 4, an American citizen was among the hostages that Hamas released today.
Israel is also releasing an additional 30 Palestinian prisoners. Hamas released more hostages today on the 6th day of a temporary ceasefire. The fate of Israel's youngest hostage, a 10-month-old baby, and his brother and mother remains uncertain. Hamas claims they were killed in Israeli airstrikes. Relatives of hostages met with lawmakers on Capitol Hill. Secretary of State Antony Blinken says he will push for the ceasefire to be extended during his trip this week to Israel.
It's also enabled us to surge humanitarian assistance into the people of Gaza who so desperately need it.
The White House says more than 2,000 trucks of aid have made it into Gaza since October 21st, but UN health officials say the surge in aid is still not nearly as much as it's needed. On the UW campus, 2 separate demonstrations showing the divide in opinions on the conflict took place today.
Our Kyle Pozorski was there and brings us the message that each are trying to send to their classmates. Kyle?
It is a tense topic in Madison and around the country, as shown by the demonstrations we've continued to tell you about. Today on Library Mall, a coalition of Jewish organizations placed white chairs with the pictures and names of Jews taken hostage by Hamas. Later on Bascom Hill, a pro-Palestinian die-in demonstration took place where the names of Palestinians killed were read out. They also laid on a sidewalk with some dawning blankets with red painted hands. So I asked, what is the message each group is trying to share with students? This is what they had to say.
All we can do as, representing the Jewish student body is coming together and being strong and showing that, our message is filled of love and peace and unity and stuff and not of hate.
I know that a lot of people are aware of it, but it's just like saying, hey, in case you haven't been noticing, this is something that's still going on. We want to make sure that people still know that this is happening because we do need a permanent ceasefire.
Both also tell me the conflict has had an impact on campus. In some classes, they say talking about it has been tense, and other classes more open. Later tonight at 5, I'll bring you more on what they hope both demonstrations like this will accomplish. Mark and Susan.
We will see you at 5, Kyle. Thank you. The war has also increased the number of faith-based hate crimes worldwide.
Law enforcement and worship leaders met today in Rock County on how to protect people's rights to worship. News 3 Now's Maddie Heimsch was at the event.
I'm here in Janesville at the Protecting Places of Worship training, where one religious leader tells me he's worried it's not a matter of if, but a matter of when. According to the U.S. Department of Justice, religion is the second most common motivator of hate crimes in Wisconsin, second to race. Officials from the Rock County Sheriff's Office and national representatives from the DOJ spoke today about threat assessment, infrastructure security, and relationships with law enforcement.
This is a broader concept and really opens up for everybody within our Rock County community to hopefully make a difference and prepare for anything negative that could happen like this.
Rock County Sheriff Curtis Fell says he worries about the churches, synagogues, and temples in his county. He says he hopes that bringing the two parties together and opening up a dialogue will result in a safer community. In Janesville, I'm Maddie Heimsch, News 3 Now.
And we'll hear more about preventing these crimes on News 3 Now at 6.
A homeowner and their pet had to find a new place to stay after a fire at their East Side home this morning. A house fire on the 1600 block of Vondren Road. Neighbors had noticed the fire at the house and alerted firefighters. When they arrived around 9:15, they discovered the fire had spread to the attic. They were able to put it out in a short time. No one was home at the time, and the cause of the fire is currently under investigation.
Improving school lunches was the focus of a gathering this morning at La Follette High School. State and local school leaders, as well as representatives from the federal government, checked out the school cafeteria and then discussed school meals. Topics included creating healthier and more engaging meals for students, building stronger farm-to-school connections, and working on from-scratch meals in the school.
We're continuing to work on the standards for school meals and, again, supporting schools so that they can be providing healthy meals with lots of fruits and vegetables, less sodium, less added sugar, and that needs to be the future of the programs. We also are again, really committed to getting more local products into the schools.
State and local leaders also recognize that the federal government can only dish out so much support. Local engagement from nutritionists, farmers, families, and schools, all necessary to ensure schools are serving up well-balanced and appealing meals. A final day of tributes and farewells to Rosalind Carter.
The former First Lady had a private funeral in the small Georgia town where she was born and lived for decades with former President Jimmy Carter. Skylar Henry is in Plains, Georgia with more.
Family and friends arrived at the Carters' small hometown church for a final outpouring of love for the former First Lady. Give us this day. The private funeral was held at Maranatha Baptist Church, where Rosalind and Jimmy Carter were cherished members of the congregation. They'd been married for 77 years when Mrs. Carter died last week at the age of 96. A tearful pastor, Tony Loudon, called her the greatest First Lady.
Our First Lady excelled them all.
The 99-year-old former president also attended, as did the couple's extended family who remember the Carters' extraordinary marriage.
Dad got used to Mom disagreeing with him because she was really good at it. And she became a partner in the true sense of the word, where they had equal footing.
The Carters left their mark on Plains, Georgia. With a population of nearly 600 people, Rosalind's death is deeply felt.
What did it mean for you to be here today?
It means a lot to be asked to come out here today. I just want to show respect for the Carter family.
As First Lady from 1977 to 1981, she was her husband's closest advisor and then became a political force herself, traveling the world to help fight disease and famine. But this small town was home base. The Carter family trailed her casket to her final resting place on the grounds of the first couple's home, where her husband still lives. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Plains, Georgia.
Two other presidents and all of the living First Ladies joined the extended Carter family at today's funeral.
A U.S. Air Force Osprey based in Japan crashed during a training mission off the country's southern coast, killing at least one of the 8 crew members. A Japanese Coast Guard spokesperson says the cause of Wednesday's crash and the status of the 7 others on board were not immediately known. U.S. Air Force Special Operations Command says that the Osprey was from Yokota Air Base. Ospreys take off and land like helicopters, but can rotate their propellers to fly like planes. They've had a number of accidents in the past.
Congressman George Santos's time in Congress may be coming to an end if New York Republicans have their way. House leaders say a vote to expel Santos could come tomorrow or Friday. This would be the second time Santos has faced an expulsion vote, and momentum is moving against him. Even Santos himself thinks this could be the end.
I believe my colleagues, and a lot of them are saying that they have the votes.
So you think the writing is on the wall?
Could be, yeah.
At least a dozen lawmakers have said they changed their minds and joined those voting to expel Santos. The move comes after the House Ethics Committee alleged the Long Island Republican deceived donors and used campaign funds to buy Botox, designer clothing, and take trips to the Hamptons and Atlantic City. Santos's removal would trigger a special election within 90 days, and with tight margins in the House, losing the seat could make it harder for Republicans to pass legislation.
Well, Madison, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Madison bus riders can now pass the time reading poetry. Aspiring poets submitted poems for the program, which is now in its 15th year. Madison Poet Laureate Angie Trudell Vasquez chose the 6 winners. Mark Fitzgerald, who works in Madison's planning division, you're getting a call, Mark, designed illustrations for each winning poem, and the works can now be found in buses across the city.
Well, many groups combine travel with volunteering to give back to communities in need.
When we come back, travel reporter Wendy Gillette visits one group bringing the gift of hearing around the world.
Save big money right now at Menards. Cut the cord and turbocharge your next project with Bosch cordless power tools. They're designed to tackle the toughest jobs. Rip, cut, drill, and drive. Faster charging speeds, longer run times, and lasting durability. Pick up this 18-volt compact drill kit for $98.97. Cut the cost without cutting corners and grab the 18-volt cordless circular saw or reciprocating saw, now just $99 each at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
When dry eye symptoms keep coming back, inflammation might be to blame. Over-the-counter eye drops can provide temporary relief. Xiidra can provide lasting relief. It targets inflammation that can cause dry eye disease. Xiidra treats the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. Don't use if allergic to Xiidra. Common side effects include eye irritation, discomfort or blurred vision when applied, and unusual taste sensation. Why wait? Ask your doctor about a 90-day prescription and pay as little as $0. Xiidra.
Change is inevitable, and it isn't always easy. But what if one phone call could help change your Medicare coverage for the better? New Medicare Advantage plans come out every single year, and 2024 plans with more benefits may be available in your zip code. Call the Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield Medicare Benefits Helpline to find Medicare Advantage plans with additional benefits in your area. The best time to call is right now, during the Medicare Annual Enrollment Period. Medicare Advantage plan benefits can change each year. If you're paying more than you can afford for your healthcare costs or your coverage needs have changed, call the number on your screen now for a free Medicare benefits review. Even if you already have a Medicare plan you're satisfied with, a Medicare Advantage plan with additional benefits may be available. Anyone with Medicare should call. If there's a Medicare Advantage plan that may be a better fit for you, we can help you find it and enroll for the 2024 plan year. Call today to speak with a licensed insurance agent to discover Medicare Advantage plan options in your area. If you called last year, call again. New Medicare Advantage plans may be available that cover more than your current plan. You won't get a plan with additional benefits automatically. Call to enroll today. The deadline to change plans during the Medicare Annual Enrollment Period is December 7th. This is one of the only times you can make changes to your Medicare coverage each year, so the time to call is now. Change can be a good thing. Enrolling in an Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield Medicare Advantage plan could mean additional plan benefits or more coverage than your current plan. Call the Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield Medicare Benefits Helpline to enroll now before the annual enrollment period ends.
Call 800-571-2781. 800-571-2781. That's 800-571-2781. Call now.
You're
Watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Welcome back. Look who's practicing football again.
It is Jets quarterback Aaron Rodgers. The Jets head coach said Rodgers is cleared to practice 11 weeks after tearing his Achilles during the first game of the season. Robert Saleh says Rodgers will be limited in practice, reducing the risk of re-injury. The Jets have 21 days to decide if they'll activate Rodgers from injured reserve. The period expires December 20th, 4 days before they face the Washington Commanders, the game that he is targeting for a return.
Well, there's a huge game at the Kohl Center on Saturday. The number 3 Marquette basketball team will play the Badgers in a sold-out game at 11:30 in the morning. The UW is encouraging fans to wear white for the annual whiteout game. Students are encouraged to get there early. There will be free area where red student T-shirts give away while supplies last. The doors open at 10 a.m. The Wisconsin volleyball team will kick off their NCAA tournament campaign tomorrow night at the UW Fieldhouse against Jackson State.
Lauren Barnes, who won a national championship with the Badgers in 2021, joined the Wisconsin Huddle this week. The current UW team hopes to extend their 3-match winning streak. Barnes told sports director Zach Hanley what mindset the players need going into this match.
And this is a whole new season. It doesn't matter what happened in the past. You ended the season strong, kind of firing on all cylinders. So how can you bring that in and then just enjoy the moment? You have 6 games left of the year, tops. So just make every second of it count.
You can see the Wisconsin Huddle every Friday night at 6:30, right after News 3 Now at 6.
Though some thought it impossible, Wisconsin is getting even cheesier. Swiss company Emmy Roth opened its new U.S. headquarters today, located in Stoughton. The 2016 World Cheese Champion is the leading milk processor in Switzerland. Goes all the way back to 1907. These new headquarters mark a new beginning for the cheese company and also for Wisconsin business.
It feels like you've just kind of like we've ended something. We are just at the beginning. We have such a bright future. This industry, this state, this company, with the support that we have from just an amazing group of people, the executive board that's here, from my leadership team, from every employee that we have in this company, we are just beginning.
This new headquarters will add to existing Emmy Roth locations in Platteville, Monroe, and Seymour. Stocks closed mixed on Wall Street. The Dow Industrials managed a 13-point gain, but the Nasdaq was off 23. The S&P 500 fell 4 points. Well, Giving Tuesday has passed, but the spirit of generosity continues through the holiday season.
One group goes above and beyond to help others, traveling the world to serve communities in need.
Wendy Gillette joined them for a journey in Plettenberg Bay, South Africa. That's east of Cape Town.
Mark and Susan, volunteer tourism is estimated to be a nearly $3 billion industry. Around 10 million volunteers travel internationally every year, most of them from Europe and North America. They take on short-term projects to help communities in need.
20-year-old college student Mikkel Boysen wiped away tears as she heard clearly for the first time in 2 years.
It's amazing.
As a child, Boysen discovered she had a hole in her inner ear. She underwent multiple surgeries and wore hearing aids, which worked well until she lost them in an accident. The audiology office in Plettenberg Bay, South Africa, where she lives, closed, leaving residents with no options. Hearing the Call, an Indiana-based nonprofit, recognized the need and arrived this fall to provide free clinics and hearing aids.
These hearing aids are actually life-changing, meaningful, because this will really change my life.
Audiologists from across the country volunteer with the organization, donating their time and expertise to give the gift of hearing. They create what they call hearing smiles, the moment when patients can finally hear well, or even for the first time.
Hearing is such an amazing sense, and these people have lost it, and then we're able to help them get part of that back.
Doctors Judy Hutch from Tucson, Arizona, and Deanne Rudden from Longmont, Colorado, often volunteer and travel together.
All right, so I brought it up a bit. We get the opportunity to see love in action.
Hearing the Call travels to at least a dozen different countries every year. The mission is work, but participants do get some downtime to enjoy the sights.
Like-minded travelers call it voluntourism, combining volunteering and travel. Those looking to try it are advised to seek out a reputable organization led by qualified staff that promotes community involvement and provides clear information about how your money is spent.
You get to see the world while you're helping other people. It is like a win-win.
Going the distance to give with travel that offers immediate returns.
You can volunteer with Hearing the Call, even if you're not an audiologist. The organization also accepts charitable donations, with over 90% of the money going to those in need. Mark and Susan?
Those people are doing great work.
Amazing work.
Is there a downside to voluntourism?
Well, in recent years, some voluntourism has been criticized for not really benefiting the community, for at times exploiting locals, and sometimes only serving to make money. Those in the industry say that's why it's very important to do your research when choosing an organization to make sure you are truly helping. Mark and Susan.
Angels among us. Good work
Absolutely.
among us, that's for sure.
Wendy, great to see you again. Thank you.
Thank you.
Pretty amazing work.
Yeah.
Well, what happens when a Roomba goes rambling?
When we come back, we'll find out from Jeannie Mose, who has the story coming up after Gary's warmer forecast.
McGann Furniture is closing its doors forever. The owners are retiring. It's the final days of our going out of business sale. After 119 years, our final day is December 17th. Everything in the store must be sold. Make us an offer on quality name brand furniture, including Amish, dining room and bedroom sets, recliners, upholstery, and mattresses. Free financing, special sale hours. Time is running out, so hurry in today to the final days going out of business sale at McGann Furniture, downtown Baraboo. You'll be glad you did.
And here's your weather for this holiday weekend.
Holiday weekend.
There's a high-pressure system coming from the north.
I haven't even done any shopping yet, though. What am I going to do?
Hey, buddy. Make it easy on yourself.
Holiday scratch games from the Wisconsin Lottery are here, with prices ranging from $1 to $20 and top prizes up to $100,000. With so many games to choose from, it's easy to find gifts for everyone at your local lottery retailer.
How do you like that?
This is the house that Angels built. Attic Angels Senior Living Community is built on a foundation of authentic, local care, a framework for living well. Windows to take in the beautiful future. And it's crowned by the pride that one's home is one's castle. This is the house that Angels built. Attic Angel Community. Independent homes and 4 levels of assisted living. Built with the help of angels.
A 33-year-old woman has fenders and a new headlight installed on her bike. But the parts are badly designed and cause her to crash. She never walks again. She decides to hire Habish, Rotier, and she receives $14.5 million. The Habish team negotiates with the headlight manufacturer in Germany, the fender company in Hong Kong, the fender designer in Madison, and the bike shop in Seattle. It is literally the opposite of one phone call and a quick settlement. Habish, Rotier. National reputation, hometown service.
Entresto is the #1 heart failure brand prescribed by cardiologists. It was proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. And don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto for heart failure.
Join the digital sales team at Phase 3 Digital and step into something big. We're not just hiring, we're building careers. If you're passionate about the digital world, apply today at channel3000.com and be part of something big. Get ready for an improved news experience. The all-new Channel 3000 News app is here. Experience a website-like layout and swipe through articles without returning to the home screen. Download the Channel 3000 News app, powered by News 3 Now.
Well, take a look at this, perhaps a first. Police pursued an oversized load, yes, a mobile home on the run. Police in Excelsior Spring, Missouri say they attempted to pull the vehicle over when it failed to stop. Police pursued as the driver traveled all over the roadway. Officers attempted and failed to use stop sticks, but eventually they were able to stop the man and take him into custody.
How in the world did he think he was going to get away with that?
When I was going off the road. And there he is. Crime doesn't pay.
No, it doesn't.
All right, no place like home.
Yeah, bring your home with you, I suppose.
Great day today.
Yeah, I mean, compared to yesterday, we had about a 20-degree jump in temperatures.
Yeah.
Tomorrow should still be mild. Then we start December. Not September. January.
Not September. But it did feel, it felt like it today.
Very much like that.
Perhaps what I was thinking.
We'll see what month is it's going to feel like in a couple of days. I'll have the first warn forecast in a couple of minutes.
Perfect. What did you get us?
With the click of a pen, you can get a new Volkswagen at the Sign Then Drive event. Hurry in to lease a new 2024 Tiguan for 0 down, 0 deposit, 0 first month payment, and 0 due at signing. Limited inventory available.
To everyone who appreciates a handcrafted meal, are you ready for a taste of Wisconsin?
Butterburgers cooked fresh, just the way you like.
The way you love.
Definitely love. And our thick and creamy frozen custard, we make it for you all throughout the day.
All day.
All day, every day. Put it in the extra work and not cutting corners. Takes a little longer.
But it's how we've always done it at Culver's. Because making your meal with care shows how much we care.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
It's that time of year again, America. So let's light up the season during the Make the Holidays Bright sales event. Choose from a large inventory of Ford vehicles equipped with technology, space, and flexibility for any season. Get special offers on our adventure-ready SUVs or on our great selection of Ford trucks. And make the holidays bright with Ford. Choose FlexBuy on Edge with 1.9% APR financing for 66 months, plus 1,000 FlexBuy and 1,000 low APR cash. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Save big money at Menards. Get maximum protection with Menards full-strength antifreeze and coolant. It guards against rust and corrosion and features extended life coolant technology that's compatible for use in all automobiles, light-duty trucks, and motorcycles. Get a gallon for only $8.99 after rebate. Splash Ultimate Windshield Wash Fluid is effective down to negative 35 degrees. It clears ice and salt while delivering a clear streak-free shine every time. Pick up a gallon for just $2.29.
Volunteering offers more than benefits for those served. Volunteers reap health benefits from the time they give. RSVP of Dane County's Driver Services Program needs volunteers to provide rides to medical appointments and deliver meals to older adults in Dane County. Ideal candidates are of legal driving age, love to drive, and meet new people. Schedules are very flexible, and volunteer drivers will use their own vehicles and are reimbursed for mileage. To make a difference this holiday season, please contact RSVP of Dane County today.
Perfect. What did you get us?
With the click of a pen, you can get a new Volkswagen at the Sign Then Drive event. Hurry in to lease a new 2024 Tiguan for 0 down, 0 deposit, 0 first month payment, and 0 due at signing. Limited inventory available.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Well, today made a big difference having the sunshine and starting to get rid of some of the snow. 3 things you need to know in our forecast. Look for the last day of November to be pretty mild with high temperatures in the lower 40s when we should be in the upper 30s. Rain and snow chances move in Friday off and on through the weekend and into Monday of next week, but it really shouldn't amount to very much. And then by the end of next week, temperatures will be back into the lower to middle 40s, especially from Thursday into next weekend. High temperature trend, you can see that, 43 tomorrow. We drop back to 37 on Friday, but that's about average. Temperatures a little bit above normal for the weekend. So that's why we'll see a mixture of rain and snow rather than just snow. A little colder for Tuesday and Wednesday, but by that time, the bulk of the precipitation is gone. And then those temperatures climb back into the low to mid 40s by the end of next week as the average high temperature drops off to 34. Not much additional snowfall across the Midwest. We've been seeing some lake effect snow now with the winds becoming more westerly and southwesterly. That shifts the emphasis up into Canada off of Lake Superior. But take a look at the snow depth across the Midwest. We've got some still, about an inch of snow on the ground here, although that's starting to erode away over western Wisconsin. But notice to the north and west, almost no snow across the Dakotas, Nebraska. What this means is a couple of things. Number one, even when the winds shift around to the northwest, our temperatures stay mild because the ground can still be heated up by the sun, so that modifies the temperatures a bit. And not having, a difference where it gets cold over the snow cover and warm to the south where there's little snow cover, you don't have as much of a temperature difference. That keeps the weather systems relatively weak and doesn't allow for more snow to develop. And so right now we have kind of a flat jet stream from west to east, bringing in mild Pacific air and not much in the way of active weather across our part of the country or from most of the country as a whole. You can see still some snow showers downwind from the eastern Great Lakes out to the west, a weather system bringing some rain and snow into the mountains and a bigger storm system off the Pacific coast. But our part of the country, very quiet. Low pressure is located across South Dakota. There's a very weak cold front. Once that comes through, temperatures will drop off by a couple of degrees for Friday. So we'll go from the lower 40s into the upper 30s, but it's still pretty mild with southwesterly winds. Compared to 24 hours ago, Madison is 21 degrees warmer. So most of the Midwest continues to see that warm up with the southwesterly winds and the sunshine. Temperatures right now, 30s in the eastern portion of the state, still lower 40s here. With partly cloudy skies, so temperatures will drop off a little bit tonight, but then you can see tomorrow we'll have plenty of sunshine, or at least some sunshine, and that'll warm temperatures right back up. Planning your night, look for partly cloudy skies. Temperatures are going to hold nearly steady, about 30 at 9 p.m., 30 at midnight, 3 a.m. Look for temperatures right around 30 and close to 30 by 7 a.m. So nearly steady temperatures overnight. Planning your night across Dane County, low of 31 in Oregon, 31 in Mount Vernon, and 30 in DeForest. For the rest of southern Wisconsin, low of 28 in Camp Douglas, 32 in Monroe, and 32 in Janesville. For tomorrow, variable cloudiness, a little more cloud cover than today, but still mild with a high temperature of 43. The wind shift around to a more westerly direction. Then as we head into Friday morning, the wind shift to the northeast, and it's a little colder. And a weather system passing to our south could bring at least a chance for some rain and snow showers south of Madison, but the bulk of the precipitation probably staying in northern Illinois. And then that clears on out of here before the next round of precipitation reaches us for the weekend. But even through the weekend, we're only looking at about 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch of rain and any snowfall amounts less than an inch across southern Wisconsin. First warned 7 to 10 day forecast. Temperatures upper 30s to around 40. That doesn't lead to any snow accumulating, especially when you get precipitation. Maybe a couple of flurries on Tuesday and Wednesday as it turns a little colder, but by that time, precipitation ends. And then look at those temperatures at the end of next week, lower to middle 40s. So, that's, from a comfort standpoint, it's nice, but for those who want snow,
well, it's early yet.
It's early, sure, but, still, with an El Nino winter, it's more likely that we'll have mild and drier weather.
I'll start bugging you about a white Christmas pretty soon.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
It's a nice end to November.
Nice end to
Well
November,
done.
a start to December, and then January comes next, right?
No, but it doesn't feel like the end of November. It really doesn't.
It did yesterday.
Yeah.
All right,
That's
Gary.
true. Thank you, Gary.
Sure.
A clean getaway, but not one that got very far. A Roomba escaped out an open front door.
And quickly landed itself in a mess. Jeannie Mose has more on the runaway Roomba.
Roomba is supposed to work for you.
Alexa, can you tell Roomba to clean under the kitchen table?
But who knew a Roomba could turn the tables by disappearing?
We could not find him, and we looked under all the furniture.
Unbeknownst to Georgia resident Shelley Betts, Roomba headed out the front door they'd left open.
We were doing Christmas decorations in and out, and he escaped.
2 days later, Shelley's husband found him under a bunch of leaves.
How far did he actually get?
To be honest, he didn't get very far.
Maybe 10 yards. It was after they found him that they looked back at their Ring camera and witnessed his escape.
We were laughing hysterically.
So was the internet, the little Roomba that could. Now that's a clean getaway. Clean, but Roomba was a mess. He lost his padding and his brushes, though he still works.
He did his job. He was doing what he was born to do.
So she saluted the runaway Roomba's escape by adding the George Michael classic, Freedom, Freedom. Without Roomba, the family was left in a vacuum. Jeannie Mose, CNN, New York.
And you got a nice clean front path, too.
We have a Roomba, and Oliver, the dog, barks at it the entire time.
Does he ever stop it?
No, but I can't use it. Because he sits there and barks.
Well, do it while you're at work. Set it to clean when you're at work.
So with the dog alone in the house?
Your poor neighbors will love that. Yeah, right. Great idea.
Yeah. Well, Consumer Reports releases the list of the most reliable cars. We'll look at the rankings.
And then coming up next hour at 5, a UW professor finds the COVID vaccine helps in preventing early childbirth. What this means for expectant moms, coming up at 5.
Black Friday deals have been extended for one final week at Furniture and Appliance Mart. It's your last chance to save up to 43% off top brand appliances while they last. Plus low monthly payments with special interest financing on appliances at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley.
Where do you get your important information? Do you trust your neighbor? Your community newsletter? What about your friends? The opinions of those we trust are important to consider. But when it comes to Medicare, everyone's needs are different. So it's important to find the coverage that best fits you. Make sure you're speaking to a Medicare professional like the licensed insurance agents at Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield. With one call to Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield, we can help you find a Medicare Advantage plan with additional benefits that could save you money and that lets you keep your doctors. With just your zip code, we can find plans in your area with the benefits you need at a cost you can afford. You may even be able to get a Medicare Advantage plan that includes many of the additional benefits that you want. But you don't get these plans automatically. Call now to find out what your friends, family, and neighbors have been talking about. You might be surprised by what you hear. The Medicare annual enrollment period is right now, and you may be eligible for a plan today. Don't wait. Call now. You only have a limited time to explore these Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield plans and make changes. New plans are available every year, so even if you're content with your current plan or you called last year, there may be a new 2024 plan available with additional benefits you haven't even heard about yet. The call is free and there's no obligation to enroll. Over 32 million people already have a Medicare Advantage plan. Call to find out what they're talking about. When it comes to your Medicare coverage, don't just overhear it. Hear it straight from the trusted, licensed agents at Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield. The Medicare annual enrollment period is right now, and you may be eligible for a plan today.
Call 800-604-0536. That's 800-604-0536. 800-604-0536.
Black Friday deals have been extended for one final week at Ashley. It's your last chance to save up to 65% off doorbusters and special deals on our hottest looks store-wide. Plus special interest financing for 6 long years with low monthly payments only at Ashley.
New at 5, conflict in Israel is top of mind for UW-Madison students. Hear their pleas for justice and peace on both sides.
November will end on a mild note with high temperatures in the lower 40s. December will start out relatively mild, but there will be some chances for rain and snow showers into early next week. At 5, I'll let you know how much rain and snow to expect.
And ahead at 6, it's time for kids. Jalen Banks highlights how children learn to process emotions. Here's what you need to know as a parent tonight at 6.
In the weather cam a spin, we end up in Breckenridge, Colorado via Earth Cam. 40 degrees.
Not as much snow as I would have expected.
People skiing though, aren't there?
Yeah, they usually ski right around Thanksgiving.
Right down there.
Yep. I hope they don't have a snowless winter like everybody else. We'll wait and see.
We'll see. With today's stubbornly high auto prices and interest rates, buying a car new or used is a high-stakes financial decision. Consumer Reports has just released its car reliability report. I'll just keep reading.
That's okay. You're doing great. Owners consider this issue very important because it outlines what are the most reliable and the cars that are regulars at the repair shop. Our Brady Mallory has the details.
Every year, Consumer Reports surveys hundreds of thousands of its members and asks them simple but important questions. Which problems have they had with their vehicles in the past year?
Everything from the engine to transmission issues, leaks, paint and trim problems. And with EVs growing in popularity, we ask electric car owners about battery and charging issues. And then we can crunch those numbers to calculate the predicted reliability of new and also used cars, almost every car in the market.
Lexus and Toyota took the top spots for brand reliability. followed by Mini, Acura, Honda, and Subaru. And while EVs are growing in popularity, CR's members experience 79% more problems with their EVs compared to gas-powered cars. EV trouble spots include issues with charging, electric motors, and battery problems.
Our members are reporting the same issues with most EVs as they are with vehicles that have been designed brand new from the ground up, whether they're gas or electric. And EVs are about the newest technology out there, and it's taking a while even for established car makers to work through those growing pains.
But automakers seem to have worked out the growing pains for hybrid vehicles. CR's members reported their hybrids have 26% fewer problems on average than a gas-only car. And CR found the type of vehicles you drive also matters. Sedans, along with hatchbacks and wagons, remain the most reliable vehicle types. Pickup trucks have been at the bottom of CR's reliability rankings for 7 of the past 8 years, with EV trucks coming in last this year. For Consumer Reports, I'm Brady Mallory.
And auto brands at the bottom of the reliability report were Rivian, Mercedes-Benz, and Chrysler.
And speaking of cars, we're going behind the wheel with Harvey Briggs when we come back.
We're checking out a very special edition of the Ford Bronco Sport. It's the Heritage Edition, when Live at 4 continues.
Oh, I love the yellow. It pops.
Welcome into your holiday Midwest Money Minute here at Midwest Financial Group with Matt Kaplan in his office. Now, let's look back at the last 12 months. So much has gone on for you. What are you most grateful for this holiday season?
Well, it's been an amazing year. We've grown the firm. I authored a book, co-authored a book. Yeah, that was really cool. But honestly, it's seeing our clients achieve those goals, those dreams that they set out, because this is the time of year where you hear about it, right? It kind of comes to fruition. People are thankful.
And these are ideas that you have heard about years before in the client's initial meeting, and then you get the backstory and you like the fruit of the labor.
We start every meeting asking what's important to them, what do they want to accomplish, what do they think is unachievable almost. And then we develop a plan and we put it into action, and then eventually that plan comes back and you get postcards from vacations, you get, new pictures of new graduates, all these things that people want to achieve.
All right, do you have big dreams? I mean, come on, he's in a book. He knows what he's talking about. He's Matt Kaplan with Midwest Financial Group. Great stocking stuffer idea, I'm just saying.
I've had some incredible adventures this year with my family, and I'm really grateful for all the time we've spent out in the great wilds of America.
I'm thankful for my wife, who lets me be the person that I am, and I'm grateful that I have wonderful children.
So this year I'm thankful for my family.
I am new to the Midwest Financial family, and I'm very grateful for this opportunity to not only serve the local community, but then also provide for my family of 6.
I'm grateful for these cookies that we have every day that I don't have to bake. From Midwest Financial Group,
you're buzzed into Madison.
When dry eye symptoms keep coming back, inflammation might be to blame. Over-the-counter eye drops can provide temporary relief. Xiidra can provide lasting relief. It targets inflammation that can cause dry eye disease. Xiidra treats the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. Don't use if allergic to Xiidra. Common side effects include eye irritation, discomfort or blurred vision when applied, and unusual taste sensation. Why wait? Ask your doctor about a 90-day prescription and pay as little as $0. Xiidra.
Whatever the holidays mean to you, get the most out of them in a new Honda. Whether it's taking in the lights with all your friends in a spacious Accord, or taking in a snow day in a rugged CR-V. Your holiday adventure awaits with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Well, on our first warrant traffic, not too bad out there. Have our usual delays eastbound on the Beltline from around Stoughton Road to Monona Drive. Also had some delays up around Middleton on US 12. Those look like they've kind of dissipated, although westbound still a little slow just north of Middleton. South of Madison, not seeing any issues on I-39-90 down towards Janesville and Beloit. I-94 eastward toward Milwaukee, or US 12 over toward the Lake Geneva area. North of Madison, Highway 33 is closed because of an accident right around Portage, but otherwise I-39-90, 94 into central and western Wisconsin looking pretty good. US 151 through Beaver Dam up toward the Fox Valley is in good shape. That's your News 3 Now First Warn traffic.
All right, thank you, Gary. The holidays are here, which means everyone's favorite tumbleweed snowman is jiggling out to greet the traffic on I-40 in Albuquerque. Oh, Albuquerque, my nemesis word. I lost the spelling bee having to spell Albuquerque, but I digress. This is the 28th year the city's flood control authority is unveiling the iconic harbinger of winter. He always comes out on the first Tuesday after Thanksgiving.
It's the same one year after year?
Yeah, that's great. That's a cute sight in warm Albuquerque.
Yeah, it is.
Well, on August 11th, 1965, Ford introduced the Bronco, adding another pony to the stable to join its big brother, the Mustang.
The SUV was born. The last Bronco rolled off the assembly line in 1996. Fast forward to 2021, a sixth generation Bronco was introduced, along with a little brother, the Bronco Sport.
Let's go, family.
Let's go behind the wheel with Harvey Briggs to check out the Bronco Sport. This is about as subtle as Liberace in a glitter factory.
Yeah, I love the color, though.
Officially, it's called Yellowstone Metallic, a heritage color for Ford, and it's meant to mimic one of the original colors on the Bronco when it first came out.
And so 40 years later, they brought this back along with a couple of those other original colors, added this Oxford white accent package on it. Again, that mimics the original vehicle as well, and created something special in honor of that.
This is the Heritage.
Yes, this is the Heritage Limited Edition.
Top of the line.
Top of the line, everything on it, with the larger engine and really capable all-wheel drive, four-wheel drive package on it.
And keep in mind, this is the Bronco Sport. So this is a baby Bronco.
Yeah, that's what we affectionately call it in the industry. Not the full-size Bronco that we drove with all the power and all the capability. This is obviously a lot smaller, has a less horsepower in the engine, but it still has a lot of capabilities. There's decent ground clearance on this. You do have the selectable drive modes that can help provide off-road capability.
Called GOAT?
GOAT modes, goes over any terrain.
So make no mistake, it may be a baby Bronco, but it's almost as capable off-road as its big brother.
This really will go off-road and do some aggressive things off-road. It's just not going to do as much as, say, a full-size Bronco or a full-size Jeep Wrangler.
So this competes with the likes of?
Yeah, you're looking at like a Jeep Compass, Trailhawk, or a Subaru Forester Wilderness would compete with this. The Jeep is pretty similar in price when you load them up. The Subaru will be maybe as much as $8,000 to $10,000 less than this, and it gives you a lot of the same basic capabilities.
Well, what does this cost?
This is $46,600 the way it sits, Mark, and we have everything on this Bronco Sport. Now, you can get a base Bronco Sport for $32,000, right around there.
The base model comes with a 1.5-liter, 3-cylinder engine. Our tester has a 2-liter EcoBoost engine, getting 21 miles per gallon in town, 26 on the highway, 23 combined. Rides like a truck.
Yeah, it's very stiff in this, and you do have a short wheelbase, so there's a little bit of bucking that goes on, and that's just part of the character of the vehicle.
The back seat is tight, but there's a lot of room in the back, but hey, that's not why you'd buy this vehicle or not. It's the character, it's the heritage, it's the capabilities, and it's unique.
If you want a compact SUV from Ford for just driving around, get the Escape. If you're going to go off-road, then go ahead and get the Bronco Sport. They're the same basic platform. They're just built for each different environment.
And if you really want to go off-road.
And if you really, really, really want to go off-road, yeah, get the Bronco, the full size, because that's the one that, especially when you get it with the Sasquatch package, you know, you can climb boulders and redwood trees and whatever else you want. There are few vehicles with this kind of iconic stature that the Bronco has.
The Sasquatch packaging goat mode.
That's in Bronco. So they're two separate vehicles.
Two very different. The Bronco and Bronco Sport are not, the Bronco Sport isn't a smaller version of the Bronco. It's an off-road version of the Escape. So it's a, you know, while the Bronco is a ladder frame, steel cross members, all that whole thing, this is a unibody construction with front-wheel drive, and that's tuned to all-wheel drive.
What about its towing capacity?
On this, not great. Only about 2,000 pounds, so you could tow a small trailer like a teardrop trailer or a smaller boat, but you're not going to tow a big, you know, trailer that you're going to take on a week-long off-road adventure.
And you might think you could. It's kind of surprising, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you should know that when you buy this car. They, you know, when you look into the features and all of that, you just, you know, these are questions you have to ask with any all-wheel drive car now is, what are the capabilities from a towing, from a hauling standpoint?
This is sort of a niche vehicle.
Very much.
At this level.
Yeah, you know, the pricing at $46,000 is pretty high for this category of vehicle, even though that's sort of the average transaction price these days. But the value comes in the iconic nature of the vehicle and the design that they've brought to this Heritage Edition.
And it's only available as a 2023.
Right, so you better get one fast if you want one.
If you want one, and get it in yellow.
Yeah, it's great.
All right, Harvey. Thank you.
Thank you.
RidesandDrives.com for more reviews and more information, and we'll have your final check of your forecast coming up.
All right.
If your home or business property has suffered storm damage, go with Ace Exterior Solutions. Ace will work with your insurance company to get you the best results for your damaged roof, siding, or gutters. Call now for a free storm damage inspection from Ace Exterior Solutions.
Salonpas, makers of powerful pain relief patches for 89 years, believes in continuous improvement, like rounded corners that resist peeling, with an array of active ingredients and sizes to relieve your pain. Salonpas, it's good medicine.
This is Kathy. She's about to see her dentist. She's afraid. Not because of the drill, but because of the bill. A big bill. But Kathy doesn't need to be afraid, and neither do you, thanks to affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. It's easy to get this coverage. Don't believe me? Call or go online for all the details. You could even have this free information kit. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance. It helps pay for over 400 procedures. That's a lot. I'm talking cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures. Bottom line, you'll have help paying for routine care and expensive major work. But if you want deductibles, forget it. There aren't any. No annual maximum either. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Stop fearing the big bill. Start saving at the dentist. Call now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Don't take a chance when it comes to your home or business. Go with Ace Exterior Solutions. Call Ace now and save hundreds with their money-saving fall discounts on roofing and siding. Locally owned, full service, and always guaranteed. Ace Exterior Solutions.
New at 5, conflict in Israel is top of mind for UW-Madison students. Hear their pleas for justice and peace. Plus, find out the surprising vaccine that is preventing early childbirth. It's coming up next on News 3 Now.
Wisconsin's newest and most exclusive sports show, Wisconsin Huddle. It's a dynamic 30-minute weekly special produced for the die-hard fans of Wisconsin athletics. Watch Wisconsin Huddle Friday nights at 6:30. Brought to you by Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
Here's the live view from the Edgewater Skycam. We had Sunny skies for much of the day. It looks like they'll be clear at least for a little while this evening. Current temperatures still in the 40s from Madison to the north and west, south and east of Madison. A couple of degrees cooler, mainly in the 30s here in Dane County. 39 in Middleton, but everybody else is in the 40s, 43 in Wanakee, 41 Sun Prairie, and 41 in Stoughton. Look for skies to be clear to partly cloudy this evening. Temperatures dropping into the lower 30s by 10 p.m.
All right, Gary, thank you. Tomorrow here on Live at 4, Dr. Zorba Pastor joins us with all the latest medical news.
And we'll meet some little bakers from 1982 at a preschool in Dodgeville. Some of their recipes are hilarious. It's our Traveler Throwback Thursday coming up tomorrow on Live at 4.
Nobody wants to think about cold weather, but now's the time to winterproof your home. Is your house cold every winter? Your home needs foam. Are your heating costs too high? Your home needs foam. Do you have different temperatures in different rooms? Your home needs foam. USA Premium Foam is over 35% more efficient than ordinary, weaker insulation. Winterproof now and get 0% financing for 72 months.
USA Insulation.
My late father-in-law lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had AMD. I didn't know it then, but it can progress to GA, an advanced form of the disease. His struggle with vision loss from AMD made me want to help you see warning signs of GA, like straight lines that seem wavy, blurry or missing visual spots that make it hard to see faces, like this one, or trouble with low light. That makes driving at night a real challenge. If you've been diagnosed with AMD and notice vision changes, don't wait. GA is irreversible. It's important to catch it early. Talk to your eye doctor about GA and learn more at GAWon'tWait.com.
Get 4 Arby's Classic Roast Beef Sandwiches for just $10. That's one for now, one after that, one to celebrate the first 2, and one more because that's how many 4 is. Arby's, we have the meat.
It's that time of year again, America. So let's light up the season during the Make the Holidays Bright sales event. Choose from a large inventory of Ford vehicles equipped with technology, space, and flexibility for any season. Get special offers on our adventure-ready SUVs or on our great selection of Ford trucks. And make the holidays bright with Ford. Now choose FlexBuy on Escape with 2.9% APR financing for 66 months, plus 1,000 FlexBuy and 1,000 low APR cash, only at your local Ford dealer.
Pick and Save gives you so many ways to save, on top of our lower than low prices. Enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons. Earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon. And with a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Plus, our weekly sales will keep your budget merry and bright. So get rewarded and save. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
In today's Final Touch, what's in a name?
While you ponder that Shakespeare-worthy question, say hello to Steve. Yes, this atmospheric phenomenon that looks similar to the Northern Lights, but is not just it's not just quite. It was named Steve by the group of stargazers that discovered it. The name was meant to be temporary, but it's stuck. Even after the rare phenomenon was studied further, later on an acronym was developed to justify the goofy moniker, Strong Thermal Emission Velocity Enhancement, which means, I don't know what it means, but it sure is pretty. Hi, Steve.
Steve, that sticks in your head. You'll remember that. Our producer, Steve, likes it. He's giving it the thumbs up.
All right, that's our time for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here tomorrow. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.